Hi, Carol here, and welcome to my craft room. I'm going to do a card I saw in Hello Monday today, and Julie Ebersol did the card, and I wanted to case it because I wanted to use my fish set, and I thought it would be perfect to do it with this technique that she used. And I just wanted to show you quickly that I'm working along to get these finished. Look at the dimension on there, on that pop-up card. Isn't that sweet? Such a nice card to do with this pop-up die. I did it with the butterflies, and when I get it finished I'll show you. These are for gift, to put with a gift, and this one I did with daisies from Michael's. I had this daisy collection of paper flowers, and then I put the bee with the honeycomb on the stand-up. And then I put a tag here that I am going to finish. So I know I should be finishing it first, but I want to move on and try this technique. You know, once your inspiration is there, you have to go with it. So I'm taking the, excuse me a minute, I'm taking this set from Simon Says stamp. And it is the best fishes, and I'm going to run with this. And I took watercolor paper, and I already stamped out some of the fish on here and on this watercolor paper, Strathmore watercolor paper. So I set that aside, and then I grabbed my Vertigo paper for the background, and I put the die down on here, the fish tank die, onto the Vertigo paper, and then I traced it out on the outside so that I could put it down. And that's this right here. See how it looks like water? And you can just use your alcohol markers to paint it. So that, use that Vertigo paper. And if you look, it looks awesome with the fish behind it, doesn't it? It's going to look really cute. So I'm going to set that aside. I haven't decided if I want to do a shaker card yet. We'll see as we move on this. So I took my large oval die, and this is from that rather large set of dies. This one here. I'm using it for a couple of other cards I'm going to do. That is the Grand Caliber oval dies that I just bought at Tuesday afternoon. And trying to figure out what size. Took me a while today on what I wanted to use, but I went with, I can see that one is missing. I went with the second one out on this die set right here. Okay, so I'm going to give this technique a try. Take out my Misty, and we'll do it together. How's that? I'm going to use my Peerless watercolor. I got this binder, this leather binder, the thrift store, and in one of my videos I can link it, which shows you how I did this on watercolor paper, and then I attached the Peerless colors on the side so I know the shades, and then you flip it, and then you have another acetate sheet so that if you want to test it like I do, as you can see here, actually while I'm right here, and then all you have to do is take a baby wipe and clean it up off of the acetate, and that way you can mix colors as well on the sheet, so it's kind of nice. And that's how I did mine, like this, in a 3-ring binder, and it worked out perfectly. Okay, so I'll be using that, so set that aside. My card base is 5 by 6 inch, and I'm using the 120-pound Gina K for my base. Then I took 2 Tim Holtz watercolor squares. One I'm going to use for stamping, and the other one I'm going to use for coloring. I'll show you what I mean by that as we get going here. And then this set comes with an actual stencil of waves, and I put it on my acrylic board here, my paint board, and my paint palette, and I put it down with some post-it note, and I'm going to use the crackle paste on here. So maybe I will do that first so it has time to dry. And this palette is nice. I used my 40% off at Hobby Lobby to get this. It's Bob Ross acrylic painter palette. So let's give this crackle a try. Now, what I'm going to do here, isn't that creamy? Let's see what the instructions say. That would always be good. Dimensional white crackle paste that creates. Apply the palette knife, tintable with acrylics, which should be visible with the cracks. Let dry. For additional adhesion, add matte, medium, and let dry. Size of the cracks may vary in the thickness of application. Okay, let's get that done. Oh, is it ever creamy? Wow, look at that. Is that beautiful or what? Okay, so I'll put that down. And because I'm going to use watercolor on it, I'll waste a little bit there. And then I'll set it aside and it can dry. I might do just a little bit more thickness here. Okay. Then you want to wipe off your palette knife right away so it doesn't dry on there. And then I am going to take my paste, my embossing. It's by Dreamweaver, and it's stainless steel. And then you just want to take it and go over it with one nice crisp. Look how much you get off of that, quite a bit. Then we'll put it back in. Look at that. There we go. We'll set that aside to dry. And this is the Deco Art Media Crackle Paste in white. Grab another baby wipe. Clean this off. And this Dreamweaver is really good for when you're doing, well, any medium, acrylic paint. It has so many, so many ways to, just make sure that's going to come off. There we are. Clean as much off when you can, right? Generally I have a bucket of water up here, but I didn't get it this time. Peel these up. It is super creamy, I'll tell you. Grab this. Go this way. Whoa. Oh, that's nice. Look at that dimension. Isn't that awesome? So we'll let that dry. I'll move that on there. I'll go wash that shortly. Then I'll turn my plate over here and just set it aside to dry. See how much of that dries before we have to spray it, right? Okay, so if you have this fishy set, and you don't need to use those particular fish, it just, you can size up other fish in sets as well. I got this awesome set right here on sale at Michael's, and ink from Hero Arts has the bubbles and all kinds of little cutesy things I put there in case I needed it. Okay, so what we're going to do is take the Misty and we're going to stamp out our fish bowl first. And this, just to let you know, it measures, see how much it measures across. Start at the 1 would be nice, eh? Okay, so this is 5 inches, 5 inches across, and in the middle it is 4 inches, so 4 by 5 inch oval, which is a nice size. And then you want to have the die to your fish tank ready. So let's take this Misty and take your Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and this is the first time I've used it. I should have rubbed it onto something. I'm going to really watch. There we go. I'm just going to do this just in case. There we are. Okay. So I have a piece of watercolor paper, Tim Holtz watercolor squares, and I turned it over so that it doesn't have the tooth side is on the opposite side. Let's see how this works out. Because it's not a smooth cardstock, I'm just going to wait a minute and let the ink settle in. See if I'm satisfied with that. I may do it again. That's the beauty of the Misty. There we are. Okay, so now I'm going to clean that off and set it aside. Okay. Put back actually. Nope, this way. This is a beautiful set. Really is. I'm really glad I got this one. I want to set it out there just to keep my eye on how it looks to see what I want to use. So now I'm going to take this out and I am going to put my die on it. Get out my plate here. Hope I can remember from watching that this morning. So I'm going to set this on here like this on the magnetic platform, and then I'm going to get my die and I'm going to put this on top like so. Hopefully that is pretty on. I'm just going to see how much I have here. Okay, and then I'm going to put my pink plate. There's a bevel on here. I'm going to turn it so there we go. I think they're both the same, but I'm going to run it up like so. And I think I will stick it down with a little bit of this micropore tape, just so it doesn't shift on me. There we are. Then I'm going to put it up like this so it's not cut all the way through, like so. So we're not cutting the bottom of this. And I'm going to run it through my vagabond carefully. remove this like so. I have a teacup thing. I'm going to show you how to make a border out of a square so that you have a die cut border on the side. Let me give that a go. Okay, so as you can see, we have this cut just to here. Okay, now I'm going to draw some lines on here so where I know where to set my other die. Let's get my pencil. Sorry for my arm. There's my eraser I'm going to need. And then, excuse me. See if I have any lead left in here. No. We'll use this one. Okay, sorry. Alright, so let's get our ruler. And we'll draw a line here. Straight across. So I think I'll go this way so I can see that it is straight. It helps with the ruler. There we are. Very lightly, just so I can see it. That way I know where I'm going to place my oval die. Okay, so let's get this back out. Set it up. And I don't know what happened there. Alright, and then you're going to set your plate. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you're going to need this. So you're going to set this oval right on that line. Let me see. I want to make this even. Like this. I'm going to cut over this way a bit. Okay, then you're going to take your plate and you're going to put it at that line, right there like that. So you have it like this. So nothing's getting cut on this half, or quarter, well it's probably a quarter. And let's run that through, see if we can do it without shifting it. And we have that cut out. Isn't that awesome? So we have that, and then I'm going to use a, okay, I gotta get my ruler back out just for a minute because it needs to be up just, I think, a tad. No, I think I can do that with my X-Acto knife. Alright, so let's cut that out now with the X-Acto knife. With our little fishies, we're going to, I can erase this. And these are those erasers I got at the stationery store. I bought some to give out as some gifts because I know it's hard to get a good eraser. And it doesn't show any wax of the eraser. It is a really nice eraser. It's made by Speed Erase, Sanford. Really nice, and it has refills. Okay, so let's do some cutting. I have to remove my mat for just a minute. Boy, you find things under there, don't you? Okay, here we are. Now I'm going to have to hurry here. Get my X-Acto knife and the ruler, and this has a metal edge, so I'm going to use the metal edge to cut. we're going to cut up to, I think, I want to make it even here. There. So I'm going to cut there and there, and then this just a little bit right there. I think we're good. A little bit here. Remove this and remove this on the bottom. This I will put back on once we get the picture done. But isn't that awesome? Yay, it worked! Oh, it looks like hair. A little wig for something, doesn't it? Okay. And I was just testing the paste to see if it was finished. Okay, let's do a little bit of painting. And try not to move the camera at the same time. Okay, let me bring my fish set here so I can stare at it. Let's get our fishies out here. And we have the base, which is going to go on to this second piece. I'm going to lift it up on here. Then I'm going to put this on here. Now actually, what I should have done, I'm going to do this quickly right now. That idea, I'm not going to do a shaker card, so I'm going to need this the exact size. So let's get this out and quickly cut this down to precisely at the, that won't take long, at the perimeter of the card. Isn't that awesome? And then that's going to sit on here. Whoop. Exact like that. Isn't that awesome? I'm going to lift that up. So you have your water. We'll color that in quickly. Now let's get our Peerless. And let's get our card base. I don't want to sit on the Misty. So where is... Here's my Peerless, and my paintbrushes, and my card base. There's my card base, which I already measured out that I know it is going to fit on here, like this. 3 layers, right like that. Isn't that sweet so far? And we'll lift that up with dimension tape. I think it's going to go into 2 videos, but that's okay because I want you to see the whole thing done nicely. And then we'll cut these out because they do come with dies right here. There we are. Okay, so let's get these fishies taken care of. I think I'll work in the oranges here. And I don't have I have my large bucket set up. So I'll use that. There we are. Piece of paper towel beside you, and let's color. This is awesome. Alright, so what do we want to use here? Okay. So I think I just put them in the water. I get them ready. That way I don't have to There we go. Take the lid off this one, and they're ready to go. Then I took these stickers out by Martha Stewart to put in the background, a little bit of fern to look like it was some ocean stuff down in there. Okay, so I'll take the number 2 water brush, and I am going to go into the orange here, and we will do our, let's see, we'll do this, and we don't have to worry about going out of the lines, although if I'm going to die cut, I guess I'm going to watch it because you always get that white. Let me zoom in here for you. Okay, then I'll sop it up with a little, just to get, there we are. Okay, and let's get this out of the way. And if it shuts off, I will see you on part 2, and we will put this all together. See, do I have you in here? There we go. I hope it's not too blurry. There we are. So then, I think I'll take a more detailed brush. Okay, and this is, these are Low Cornell Soft Comfort liners, and it's 110/0. It's a really fine one because I want to go a little darker. And these Peerless colors are awesome. Come up here. Isn't that cute? Then I'll go underneath like so. Add a little bit of water. You can use a water brush as well. And then I just, to get no lines on there, I just take the water out and pull it up. There, I'll show you. Isn't that awesome? Can you see that? Cutesy wootsy. And then you just have to flip your binder like so, and we will grab some yellow. There they are there with the names on them. I calligraphied the names on them. And I'm going to grab some, let's see, golden yellow, I guess. These Peerless are amazing. There we are. The detail is nice for going in between the eyes and around the eyes. Like, look at this. Isn't that fine brush? Okay, I only have 20 seconds, so I will color the rest of them and then come back for us to assemble the card. That way the video is not really long. Okay, have a blessed day.